Andy Goldsworthy is a British sculptor and photographer. What makes him special or different is he only works in and with nature. Andy was born July 26, 1956 in Cheshire,
England,
and is now a world-famous nature sculptor. When he was 13 years old, he started work on a farm. Andy Goldsworthy continued to work on a farm through his teenage years. Working on a farm had a huge impact on his artwork and his life. He said, "Working on a farm was as important to me as a college art class." He enrolled at Bradford College of Art and continued at Preston Polytechnics, but said that, "I missed the inspiration of the outdoors." He graduated from Preston Polytechnics in 1978 with a bachelor degree. In 1983, he married Judith Gregson and had 4 kids. He divorced his wife in 1984 and now lives with his partner. One of his first works were Stone Sinking in the Sand in 1976 and Forked Branch and Stick in 1978, which he completed while he was still studying. He was going against what all his colleagues were doing at the time. In the beginning, nobody really paid attention to Andy Goldsworthy because he made his art to be destroyed or changed by nature and the elements. Another reason is he made a lot of his sculptures in remote places, and they could not really be shown in galleries or in museums. One of the only ways to see a piece of his is through photography, and that is one of the reasons why he is also considered a photographer. Andy Goldsworthy thought that photography is a good way to describe his art. He said, "It is a very appropriate way to describe some of the works." Andy Goldsworthy's first famous piece is Touching North, with 4 large snow arches which he built at the North Pole in 1989. He also built something a lot like it in 1994, very close to his home in Dumfrier, Scotland. He made 7 arches out of pinkish brown sandstone. Andy Goldsworthy first became famous in the United States with Storm King Wall, which he made in Hudson Valley, New York at the Storm King Art Center. It was inspired by a stone wall built in England by British colonists 100 years before. He built it in tribute to the British colonists. He built it with no cement, but instead carefully balanced every rock. William Zimmer for the New York Times wrote, "It is as relentless as the Great Wall of China." Americans loved Andy. Storm King Wall is 2,278 feet long. Andy said that working in America is very similar to working at home. Andy Goldsworthy started to get tons of commissions from all sorts of people. One was from the Stanford University, where he did a piece called Stone River in 2001. It was 320 feet long and made of sandstone. Andy is very different to me because all of his work is ephemeral and not meant to last.